Hi and welcome back to the series of tutorials on setting text to music. So we're writing the text, we're setting the Ave Verum Corpus here, and we just need to copy this part over to the string part. As I said before, the string are going to be with the voices, so following what the voices do, except for when there's repeated notes, well, some repeated notes, because the repeated notes are mainly to get the syllables in. Sometimes we might want to repeat the notes as well in the violins, depending on what we're doing, what we're trying to portray. So let's just copy the whole thing over. Might be easier. Right, and so while I just delete these lyrics, we'll just think about what we're trying to do here. Is this text is about expectation or foretaste, and we want to build that expectation by building the music. So we've started off quite low in the soprano, and we're going to build this using sequences. So let's just sort the string section out first. So we'll just have minim there, minim there. So let me breathe there. This is fine. This one again will be minim, minim, dotted, and then held onto that. I'm just going to put a little break in the music here. So we've got just a little gap before we move on. So this one is going to be right, so we need to come down to C. Excuse me. So this will need to change because that was a G before, so we'll just have a E natural there. F. That's fine in thirds with the soprano. Now this will need to come down to the G. Just thinking about spacing here between the parts. I think what we need to do here is, yes, we do need to end up on the first inversion of F in order to build the tension. So we need to actually, this just needs to come down to a B flat. That's fine because that B flat's moving up, this one's moving down. So let's just change the violin part. Top violin's fine. This one needs to come down E natural. That's fine. And this viola needs to come down to G, A, B flat, A, G. And this one needs to come down from C to C, B flat, just following the bass. Right, this bar's sorted out, I think. We need to sort this one out, it's a bit of a mess. Excuse me. So this is correct in fact, because we do want to go to an F sharp. So we're going to go on to the so the first inversion of, we're going to initially be on the first inversion of F major, and then we'll move on to this diminished chord here. And then this diminished chord will naturally take us up to B flat. Sorry, up to, well, note B flat, but a G minor first inversion, where we can have, well, sorry, I'm jumping ahead. This will take us initially onto this diminished chord. We have that diminished chord then in this bar, which then takes us onto G minor first inversion. All the time we'll be using this idea in the soprano to move that one up. So B flat will go up to the C, and then for this diminished chord on A, and then up to the D for the first inversion on G minor. As I said, we're just trying to build this up with sequences. Okay, so let's just right, let's sort the vocal line out first. So that's fine. Now this one will need to be F natural, and we want to make sure that we're on the diminished chord at the end. So this one should come down from the G, so it's A down to G, and then this will need to end up on the C's fine. We'll just give the tenor line a little bit more interest by having this going against what the sopranos are doing. Sorry, that's not quite against, is it? So A against C, B flat, B, C, C, that's fine. And the bass is fine, good. That's fine. And the viola is just going to follow what the tenors are doing. Let's just copy that over. And that will be tied, and that should be an octave lower. Okay, good. Right, got there. So let's have a listen. Good, right, so let's just move on to the next couple of bars. So sequence. So remember, we're going to be on G minor. So A, so diminished seventh to G minor. And we need to work out how to how to move this forward in terms of this kind of sense of expectation. So on G minor here, one way we could do that is moving to G dominant seventh, so G major with an F on the top. And then potentially moving into C major, which would be fine. We could, if we're in C major, we can have a pedal C and then move back to F, because we want to finish this off, this line, this text line, in F, and then we'll need to, just looking ahead, we then need to come back to the Ave Maria. So we'll need to come back to B flat major. So I think that should work. Except the only issue there is that we're on G7 here, going to C I guess we can then go down to F and then B flat, so it's like a circle of fifths where we're using dominant sevenths, which should work okay as long as it's not too fast. So we'll have the dominant, we'll have a pedal C moving us back to F, and then a pedal F moving us back to B flat. Right, okay, so I have to think about how to do that. Well, so to build this sense of expectation, we could have shorter. So this will now be on. So what we could do is we could have this. We'll take this rhythm. Let's just put the. So let's put the harmonies in just to give us an idea. So D, G. I don't want G sharp and D sharp. I want that. Okay. And here, let's just put the harmonies in as well. So B flat, D, G. This one, C, E flat, F sharp, semi-breves, these ones. Okay, so let's just have a listen to this and then we'll finish the video. Okay, I think in this case, in fact, the strings being different from the voices works quite well, so having these long chords works quite well. This one needs to be longer, obviously. That needs to be a dotted. And this one needs to be similarly. And we want to... Let's just shorten these for effect. And this one too. And we'll just move that text back to there. And this one back a little bit. There we go. Good. I think in this case we'll just leave the strings as they are. So please do join me next time and subscribe, and if you've got any comments or questions, please add a comment. Thanks very much.